Yes, this is the second time I filmed this. Yes, I'm tired of it. Yes, I'm over it. I don't want to do this again, but I am, okay? This time I'm in costume and not a robe. See, I'm wearing a pink cardigan if you watch the movie. Let me get to my point. Hi. Hi. I'm in Texas. Woo. There may be a video at some point about about my entire journey of coming to Texas back home, but who knows if I'm ever gonna post it. Not me. Anyways, something I've noticed on my YouTube channel, if you can even call this that, is that I don't do videos that I like. I just do them because I hope someone will watch them, and no one watches them, so it kind of makes you think, well, what's the point? You might as well do a video that you're actually gonna enjoy in the end. And I learned that from college, guys. I was doing films and stuff, and I was like, oh, when you make something that you have interest in, you're more likely to actually get it done, especially if there's a grade attached to it. So that brought me to this new thing I'm gonna try out, which is kind of a mix of Bailey Sarian Murder Makeup Mystery Mondays and Sydney Black's History Makeup whatever days she posts. So it's kind of a mix of those two things, except take all the seriousness out of it. There's nothing serious I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be reviewing movies while doing my makeup. But that's okay, because I'm going to enjoy it. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Today it's June 16th, which means we're over halfway through with Pride Month. So I'm really jumping on this wagon lately. If you didn't catch my drift, I'm going to be reviewing some gay-ass movies, thus calling this series GAM. The way these movies and makeup videos will go is, I will start out with a synopsis of the movie. So even if you haven't seen the movie, you'll know what happened. So here's a spoiler alert. Then there will be a Film Geek moment. All of those super good and super bad parts of the movies will be talked about in great-ish detail. And finally, I'll rate the movies in 3 categories. All ratings are between 1 through 5, by the way. Is it a good movie? Rotten Tomato style, point blank period, with a T, honey. Is there some solid diversity, representation, inclusion type of ish? Is the main gay lead actually gay? Is this poor black American actually some rich British guy? I don't know. We need to watch the movie. And finally, was the message of the movie told well, and was there a point to it? In this day and age, we see so much trauma porn type of movies, like we get it, slavery was bad. Are you just making the audience sad for 2 hours, or are you inspiring actual change? We don't need another them situation. So, what movie are we talking about today? I'm not going to write down every 5 seconds who starred in this movie. Figure it out. Google it. Anyways, let me talk about the movie that inspired me to want to start this series at the first place, and I'll also start my makeup, because why the heck not? The movie I'm reviewing today is But I'm a Cheerleader. I have a deep connection to this because it's the first movie I watched on my second day at college, or in the college dorms, when I was super sad and my roommate, who was a sweetheart, snored and I could not sleep. So I stayed up all night watching this movie. So But I'm a Cheerleader is a movie, came out in 1999. So it's a very Y2K movie. If you like that kind of outfits, you can kind of see that in the movie, I think. Sort of. The costuming is great. It's a super camp, avant-garde movie. That is clear from the get-go. So if you do like movies like that and you don't want to be spoiled real quick and you need a reason to watch the movie, besides me just saying it's a great movie, camp, avant-garde costuming. It's not unrealistic though, but here's some pictures. Super funny. Film opens up with our lead, Megan, and she's played by Natasha Lyonne. Megan seems to be the all-American Christian girlie. She's a cheerleader at her high school. She has all her cute little cheerleading friends. She has a boyfriend and he plays football, and she has this beautiful little Christian family. She thinks her life is made. In fact, we open up the day before a big finals football game or something. I don't know football, but they mention it briefly. We find out tomorrow, the next day, and that not so much. The next day, it is so clear how like she doesn't fit in as much as she thinks she fits in, and this is clear through what costuming. Oh my gosh, I'm a nerd for costuming. Okay, if you follow this chick or this chick, you're a nerd on costuming. And enough said. She goes to school, her boyfriend's acting weird, her friend is like talking about her suspiciously, her boyfriend gives her a ride home, and he's driving like super slow as if he doesn't want to say goodbye to her. And boom, that's when we're introduced to my king, honestly, Mike, played by RuPaul. And he is wearing the infamous, is it infamous or is it iconic? Really, that's the question. Straight is great t-shirt. When she finally gets home, Mike, her parents, her cheerleading friends are all waiting for her. She walks in, her boyfriend's like, her friends are all like, and she's like, what is going on? Mike's like, hi, I'm Mike, and this is an intervention. And she's like, what is this intervention for? And her friends tell her. Her friends are like, you have pictures of girls in your lockers. Okay. Her mom's like, you have a picture of this rock star. Rock stars are lesbian. That's kind of weird. Her father's like, you have this pillow. This pillow looks like a flower, but we really know it's not a flower. And her boyfriend's like, you don't even like to kiss me. He says that exactly, which kind of irritates me because I'm like, that's not grammar. You don't even like to kiss me?
You don't even like to kiss me.
You don't even like to kiss me. You don't even like to kiss me.
It's true.
Through all of that, we know for a fact, you, ma'am, Megan, insert last name right here, you're super gay. And we do not let sinners in this household. Thus, you will go with Mike to True Direction, which is pretty much a conversion therapy camp, kind of modified as a boot camp. Because saying conversion therapy camp in a comedic movie is not funny. It makes you just really sad. And think of Chick-fil-A and their delicious fries. And boom, she's off to True Directions. And I'm sure there's a pun in there or something, but I haven't figured it out yet. So if you do, let me know in the comments. And there she meets Mary Brown, played by Kathy Moretti. Kathy Moretti. I don't know that name. I'm just saying it. Kathy Moretti. Is she an icon? I don't know. She is the head mistress of this boot camp. So step 1 to the healing process of becoming a good, God-abiding heterosexual woman is to first admit you're not heterosexual. Most important thing to healing is to admit there's something you need to heal from. Okay, someone said that at some point. Megan's like, okay, well, tell me how I'm gay. Like I'm not seeing it. Mary's like, okay, you think of girls in their underwear? You be looking at them pretty things when they walk by a whole bunch? You be ovulating? You be ovulating, you know, speaking of ovulating. I think I'm gonna start my period soon. Totally random, but I just thought I'd let you guys know. Because I be feeling this up in my put. And she's pretty much like, I can't admit I'm gay, because everyone does that. Mary's like, that's how gay you are. You think everyone does that. No, ma'am. Until you can admit how gay you are, you're going to have to wear these super unfashionable scrubs and come meet your fellow students, okay? And they're going to tell you everything. So while I'm at it and we're literally about to introduce all the students, let me introduce to you guys all of the characters of this movie. Okay, we have the mom and dad, super Christian. They don't want their daughter to be gay. Done. We have the boyfriend, super bad kisser, football player. That's all you need to know about him. He's just a man. Who cares? Off. Then we have Mike, the icon, Mike RuPaul. He's a past student of True Direction. He was once gay, but not anymore. Because straight is great. We have Mary Brown, who I've already told you is our head mistress. She's has this weird obsession with gayness and sexual roles. And we have Rock, because that's his name. Rock, because that is actually the most straight name you can think of. She was like, what is so masculine and hard and unmoving of feelings? Rocks are. Thus I will name my son Rock. He's Millie's son. He's kind of super gay, even though his name is Rock. And he's the reason Mike RuPaul has all those gay tendencies. Now we have the students, the fellow boot campers, okay? We've got Hillary. She has admitted she's gay. She's ready to straighten up. She's eager, in fact, to straighten up and to be a God-abiding Christian woman. And she also has a super annoying voice, but that doesn't further the plot that I said that. I just thought I'd mention it. We have Graham. She is super lesbo, okay? Super lesbo. And she seems pretty alright with who she is. Unlike some of the other students, she doesn't seem all that eager to try to straighten up.
I'm Graham, and I like girls a lot. And I'm a homosexual.
After that, we have Jan. Jan has a mohawk. Enough said. We have Sinead. She has a total hardcore crush on Graham. She likes pain, and she's emo. Now we have the gay boys. We have Joel, and he's Jewish. So there you go with that. I don't know the correlation between gay men and Jewish men. I just know there is a correlation, ain't there? We've got Andre. He's quite the character. He's a dancer, an actor. He has bleached hair. We have Dark, who's Zuko. He's an icon. He's a moment. And he's a wrestler too. So that's why he's gay. Pause. I know I keep making these jokes saying enough said or come on guys, like do I need to say they're homosexual? Just because you do things doesn't make you gay. Nothing makes you gay except being gay. Someone important said that once. And I think that applies here in this moment right now. So ignore the jokes. If you're a wrestler or play softball or you're Jewish or something and you're not gay, hey dude, keep it moving. I get it. And we have Clayton. He works in retail. It's not that I don't have more things to say about him. The joke is he works in retail. He's a man who works in retail. Sidetrack. I knew a guy who worked in retail. And I thought he was gay. He was foreign, but I was like, that's okay. You may be foreign, but you gay. And then I realized he wasn't gay, and I was like, but he had a girlfriend. I was like, yeah, she got to you before I could. He's also way older. Back to the movie. So Hillary introduces herself to Megan, and she's like, here's the rundown of this place, and she says it all in a very annoying voice, but that's not important for the further plot of the movie. But I thought it should be mentioned. The gist is they have group therapy, they have free time, they have straight people classes. I don't know, they do things that straight people would do, right? Stereotypically. They give it a fancy name, but I can't remember it. And then they have family therapy on the weekends. Okay? And that's how the movie plot moves. So you're never gonna get lost because they tell you everything that's gonna happen in the very beginning of this movie. Then she shows her the place. She's like, this is the play area, this is your bedroom, which, oh my gosh, another moment to just squeal about the design aesthetic of the film. It is so spectacular. But anyway, that's when Megan meets Graham, and Graham gives us this fun fact just thrown in the wall: no sex, or you're kicked out. Like, you're kicked out. It's not just like, let's talk about our feelings. It's like, you need to leave immediately. And then boom, the first group therapy session of the movie starts. And this is when Megan is introduced to all the characters that I just told you about in great detail, so I'm not going over them again. And they tell her all like, hey yeah, dude, we admitted that we're gay. You should admit that you're gay. So go ahead, admit it. She's like, guys, I don't know what to tell you. Besides, I'm here on an accident. My parents are confused. I'm not like you guys. I don't work in retail. Okay? I'm not a softball player. Okay? I'm not gay Period. I'm a cheerleader.
I get good grades. I go to church. I'm a cheerleader. I'm not like all of you.
Hence the name of the movie. They're like, they're all like, you're telling me that you throw up little girlies into the air, steal up their skirts with great detail to make sure you catch them so they don't fall, all while continuing to hold them up, keeping them by your side, and at the end of the day, you change in the locker room, and you're not gay. Honey, cheerleading is the gayest thing of all gay things, to be gay. And she's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm a homo.
She's crying, ugly crying at that. It's a very touching moment. She hangs out with her fellow students for a while, kind of ostracizing Graham, and we find out more about the character development. Who cares about character development? Skip. Oh, also a little moment between the mom, Mary, and her son, Walk, that we just see how obsessed Mary is with like masculinity and femininity, feminine, titties. Okay. Step 2, rediscovering your gender identities. This is when we get to those straight classes I was talking about earlier. Girls clean, boys fix cars. Girls get married and boys die in war. Which, pause, this scene was like such a big deal at the time because like girls get married, obviously, right? And watching it now, you're like, well, how's that a straight exclusive thing? But then you're like, gay marriage was only recently legalized. Legal. In my lifetime. Whew. Insane and sad. Mike and Mary try to teach them this, but it's very clumsy.
Girls, is everybody paying attention? And you go in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Get into every little crevice. And in and out.
And you slip it in and out. And add a little more oil and shove it in. Take it out. Put some muscle into it. Shove it in and out. And shove it in. Take it out. Okay. Who wants to go down with me?
Now we're off to another group therapy session. And this is when we find out everyone's roots. What is a root, you may ask? A root is what made you so effing gay, man. Liberals will tell you that you're born that way, but no. And Megan is like digging down deep, and she's like, I do not know what made me gay, though. She walks in that. They're like, think of that, honey. Think. After group therapy, Millie tells the kids the best thing about being a heterosexual. Friendship between the same sex. Because a gay woman and another gay woman can't just be friends. That's impossible. Look it up. A scientist once said that. Bill Nye said it, in fact. I'm not making this up. I am making this up. I don't know how the power of suing works. Everything that I say should be interpreted as a joke. So she's like, all the kids, get a partner, find a friend of the same gender. You're gonna be that's gonna be your partner throughout the rest of the movie. Megan is stuck with Graham. She's not all that happy with it. She's like, she's the only girl here who doesn't want to be straight. She's gonna bring me down. But being her partner, like, kind of made them like super close friends or whatever. Ooh. Okay, I'm hating this makeup. I'm hating it. I'll be back with you with a new eye look because this is embarrassing, isn't it? Okay, it's getting late. I hate my makeup again. I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but these colors are just off, and I'm not using great makeup. And my cat, look at how messy it looks over there, has found a way to knock over the treats from my dresser to the floor to drag them somewhere so she could open them and eat as many treats as she's like. So I have to stop her from doing that. Okay, do we need the dirty clothes in the picture, baby? This is gonna be the eyes, okay? I'm not starting over. I don't have bright enough eye base, okay? I'm black, so when I put pastel colors on, they disappear unless if you have a bright base, which I don't have, okay? But she kind of show you something about colorism and makeup. That's a YouTube video right there. Okay, just to sum it up, I don't know. Editing me, baby, figure this out. But, you know, sparks are kind of flying. Step 3, family therapy. Family therapy is every weekend. It's when everyone's mom and dad comes over and they'll talk about, you know, you're homosexual and how are we going to straighten you out, babes. This is when they also discuss more of the roots, but they discuss the roots with their family so they can tell the family, thanks so much, mom and dad, for turning me gay. Kind of your fault. That's when Graham's dad just goes on a whole rant. He's like, we're paying for this. And you can tell Graham is super uncomfortable. Because like I said earlier, she was the one saying, you are who you are. And now that her dad's around, you can see that she's really timid. And that at the end of the day, she kind of just wants to make her parents proud. Graham's dad and stepmom dipped, okay? They were not having it. He was like, either you need to straighten yourself out by the end of this boot camp, because I'm not coming to more of this stupid family therapy. 1, 2, if you don't do all of that, just no college, no car, no money, no nothing. We're done. We'd be done with you. Time to move on. They're like, Megan, the cheerleader, Megan, what's your route? And she's like, well, I've been thinking about my route lately, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And I don't know. Well, maybe it has something to do with my mom and dad. And Mary's like, go on, continue, babes. She's like, well, at some point, my dad, he lost work, right? He was fired or let go or something. And so mom had to take care of the family. And I think that them switching up gender roles kind of made me mix things up in my head, thus turning me into a lesbian. Mary is like, exactly.
Your father was emasculated. Your mother was domineering.
Well, not exactly.
You wanted to emulate your mother. You have no respect for men because you don't respect your father.
It's really not like that.
Megan, you have found your root.
So Mary's like, great, next step, write a song or a cheer, she's a cheerleader, remember? About your feelings, okay? And now it's off to free time, okay? Flash forward, we're in free time. And she's trying to write that song. She doesn't know she can write it well. She's kind of writing it with Graham. Oh my gosh, oh no. This is when she says one of the best lines in the movie.
This is bullshit, Megan. It doesn't work. You are who you are. The only trick is not getting caught.
Meanwhile, that's when we see Andre get this little letter about sneaking out the boot camp at midnight on Saturday. So now we see some Arthur plans of like not being in the boot camp. Anyways, guys, do you guys remember the beginning of the movie when Hillary and Graham were telling Megan the main rule, no sex? Oh, someone got caught having sex. Okay, let me tell you how this whole thing went down. Megan was having impure thoughts, okay? She took this zapper. It's a zapper. You're supposed to zap yourself anytime you're thinking impure thoughts. So this is when you think more about actual real-life conversion therapy, because they be zapping kids. It's really sad, actually. So she's going out. She's zapping herself while also doing things that I would probably not supposed to say on YouTube. And she leaves, and that's when she discovers Dolph and Clayton totally just making out, just getting it on. She's like, she screams, and then she says, ew. Dolph and Clayton are like, shut up, but she's She's already been too loud. Mike is awake. Mike is like, what is going on? And Megan snitches on them. She's like, they were kissing. That gets them in total trouble. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to be acting gay in a gay place. Oh my gosh. How dare they? Dolph is kicked out. He's kicked out. And he tells Millie, I have no place to go if you kick me out. Millie doesn't care. She's like, out. And Clayton, the retail boy, solitary confinement. He's stuck in a doghouse in solitary confinement. Okay, once again, you're thinking, oh, conversion therapy is an actual real torture chamber. But they're doing this for comedic effect, so imagine how awful it actually is. Anyway, step 4, demystifying the opposite sex. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna be real with you. Okay, so this is just more of, originally the girls and boys were separated. They were doing manly classes and they were doing feminine classes. Now they're doing couple classes. How would you act with the opposite gender in a couple? As a couple, this is how straight couples should act. That's pretty much what we're seeing. But while they're being taught this, okay, we've got Megan and we've got our girl Graham being so not hetero. They're like opposite of hetero. Some would even say homo. They're so just like giving each other eye glances. They're like holding hands sometimes, looking to each other's eyes a bit too long, all of that stuff. If sparks weren't flying earlier, they are like zooming across the sky. That's what I'm gonna stick with. And finally, it's sad today. This is one of the best scenes, guys. The kids are sneaking out, okay? And that's when we're introduced to 2 new characters, Lloyd and Larry. I didn't mention them earlier. They're like the antithesis. They're the opposite of Mike and Mary, okay? They're also ex-students of Mary, except unlike Mike, they don't think straight is great. They think be who you are, right? They're taking the students to a gay bar because they're like, hey, if you want to go back to that school and live that life, then okay. But let me show you where you could also be living. There isn't just one way to be happy or happy. So they go at the gay bar, you know, they dance and all that stuff. The girls dance with the girls, the boy, only one boy comes, Andre. He's, you know, the super gay kid. And one of the girls did not come. Hillary is too much of a goody two-shoe to even think of going. Okay, they're just jamming, they're until they're like slow dancing, until they're staring into each other's eyes, and until finally, I'm kind of not saying exactly what happened, so just watch the actual movie. But until finally, Graham and Megan look into each other, and Megan is just like,
I'm not supposed to like you. But I want to do that again.
it's so cute. Okay, calming down. Next morning, they had a great day. They're in love. Graham and Megan are in love. They know they can't get caught though, or they're gonna end up like Andre and Clayton in solitary confinement and kicked out. We can't have that. So, you know, they play it cool. And boom, next day, and it is another session of group therapy. They're still talking about roots. Andre is still so confused. They're like, that's not a root, dude. That's not a root. Everyone does this, okay? Everyone has had that same experience as you had, yet all these other people aren't gay. So what makes you special? It's almost as if there's not one definitive moment that makes someone gay, and it's just who they are. Oh, I don't know, though. I don't know. But anyways, that's when we talk about Jan. You guys remember Jan. She's the chick with the mohawk. She's the tomboy girl, okay? She's like, I'm not gay.
I'm a heterosexual.
Not yet, honey. You're almost there.
Everyone's like, okay, Jan. She's like, seriously, I'm not gay.
No, I know. I've never been gay.
Jan, remember, you were molested. I mean, just take a look at yourself.
I mean, everybody thinks I'm this big dyke because I wear baggy pants, I play softball, and I'm not as pretty as other girls, but it doesn't make me gay.
She's like, I'm done with this. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. And she leaves. That is probably my favorite scene. It's a quick scene. It's nothing spectacular lines or anything. It's no great costuming or color or cinematography or whatever, right? But it makes you think back to like these masculine and feminine traits that Mary and Mike continue to teach the kids throughout the show, that we take as this is how straight people act, this is how straight men act, this is how straight women act. You realize, oh, this is all just a load of BS. People act the way they want to act. And for some reason, the society has put gender identities between colors to every action you do, when nothing decides your gender identity and sexuality except you, okay? Wearing nail polish doesn't make you gay. Having a mohawk does not make you a lesbian. Want to know what makes you gay and a lesbian? Being gay and a lesbian. That's all. That's all, folks. Meanwhile, Mary, the headmistress, cleaning the rooms, like a good little headmistress would be doing. And oh no, she finds a souvenir from the gay bar. She knows the kids snuck out. She's like, who did it? They're like, we don't know. She's like, Graham, I know you did it. I know you snuck out. It was under your bed. And she's like, it wasn't me. I'm so confused. Why would you even think that? But to bring attention out of this, let me tell you this. I'm in love with someone, a boy. I'm attracted. I have a crush on Joel, the Jewish boy.
It was the first time I really felt something for a guy, and it really proved to me that treatment's working.
Oh, great. Oh. Now, let this show you what determination has yielded fruit.
Boom. Mary is like, whoa, it did buy Graham some time, because that was so her souvenir. It was effing matches. Graham is the only one who smokes in this entire movie. But all the other students, she's like, I don't know which one of you guys went to that nasty, nasty gay bar, but I'm going to have a meeting with your parents and you, and we're going to be talking about this. They're going to put it in your head that if you don't straighten yourselves out, there's going to be serious consequences, not just in here in the boot camp, but at home too with your parents. Okay, and that's when Megan has the meeting with her parents, and she learns that her parents are like, if you went out to that gay bar, if you don't pass this class, if you don't straighten yourself out, you can't come home, because we're not going to support that lifestyle, okay? No sinners in our household. So that makes everyone kind of just like, okay, crap, no more sneaking out. No more, staring into each other longingly. We're going to pretend to be as straight as we possibly can. The final test. Simulated sexual lifestyle. What does that mean? It's just a test of everything they were doing beforehand. They're just now being scored on it. Pretend, how would a woman actually vacuum the house? How would a woman actually change the diaper? How would a guy actually play football? How would a guy actually chop wood? They're all being scored on this. And if you pass this pre-test, you take the test, which is simulated sex. Right? Everyone passes with flying lights except Andre. He couldn't stop with the whole musical theater vibes, okay? And now they have their last night together before the actual test. And Megan and Graham look into each other's eyes. They're just like, wow, this is going to be our last day being straight. And so they do some non-straight things, to put it plain and clear. And they have a great night together. And even one of the lines, I have to say it now because it's mentioned later in the movie, is like,
Never felt that way before. Except for what? Don't laugh, okay? Except for when I was cheerleading. Really? I'm serious. So it sounds stupid to you, but I really love it. Cheerleading's the one thing that's kept me happy. It's exhilarating.
I would love to see you cheer.
Don't make fun of me.
No, I'm not.
And then the next day, they are so caught. They're caught instantly. It's like, they got ahead of themselves. That makes them in major trouble. You remember the last guy, he was in solitary confinement, which he's out now. I forgot to say he's out. The solitary confinement guy. He's not in solitary confinement anymore. Mary is like, okay, let me talk to these girls individually. Megan is the person Mary talks to first. Megan, Mary says, we already know that if you leave this school being super gay right now, your parents aren't taking you in. So you can leave, go to the streets, figure it out, or you do the simulated sex and you use Walk, my son, her super gay son, as your sex partner. It's fake. It's not actual sex. She's not prostituting the kids out. And Megan is like,
I don't think that would work.
Out for Pete's sake! Wham, bam, thank you, man.
Mom! Turn it off!
now she talks to Graham, except this time Graham is with her parents. Okay, she invited her parents, and her parents are like, there's only one choice here. You're gonna do the stimulated sex thing with Walk, you're gonna graduate, and you're gonna go off and be straight. And Graham's like, yes, I will do all those things. And she leaves and she looks into Megan's eyes, and Megan's just like, wait, I thought we were gonna do this together. I thought we were both gonna leave this school, this place without our parents, ostracized from society together. And Graham is like, I'm so sorry, but no. So Megan is booted off the camp, okay? But she just goes to Lloyd and Larry's house. Because I forgot to mention, at some point they find out where Lloyd's and Larry's house. It wasn't a big plot point. You didn't miss anything, guys. And there she's just like, can I have a place to stay for a little bit? And can you guys just teach me how to live as a lesbian woman? And they're just like, babe, we're not lesbians, one. And two, they're like, you just live. And boom, you've done it. And so this is kind of like a safe haven for a bit until she can get back onto her feet. And that's when she meets Dolph again. Remember Dolph, the guy who was making out with Clayton, and he was booted off the camp way before because Megan snitched on her? Dolph is like, oh my gosh, Megan.
Oh, thank you so much for saving me from that place.
What are you doing here?
I live here. Or at least until I find a way to make it on my own.
Woo! He's so happy. They're talking, and Megan is super sad though, because she's like free, but what's the point of being free if you don't have your love? Aww. And she's like, we need to find a way to get our boo things back. You're gonna get Clayton, I'm gonna get Graham. Point blank, period. Dolph is like, I'll think about it, nigga. Oh, he did not say the N-word actually, because he's not black. Okay, now we're back to the simulation, except the sex thing. Rock and Megan are partners. Other people are partners with each other. It's not that I'm dressed up. It's like Adam and Eve. They do this stimulated sex, and this is when we learn a very important rule on straightenhood.
Well, foreplay is for sissies. Real men go in, unload, and pull out.
Remember that. They all passed the test, by the way, and they're about to go for graduation, which is the last step. Graduation! Woo! So now they're all at graduation. The parents have all shown up. They're wearing blue suits and pink dresses, walking down the aisle type of thing. It's like they're being married into straightenhood. Yeah, that's the technical term. And Megan and Dolph are so crashing the graduation. Dolph goes there. He sees Clayton. Clayton's already gone. Clayton's out. Clayton is like, oh, is that my boy Dolph? They're running into the sunset, or into the truck that's going to eventually drive into sunset. And Megan is like, grabs Graham by the arm. She's like, babes, let's go. And Graham is like,
I can't go anywhere, Megan.
Graham did not have that whole walk sex simulation for no reason. Walk sex simulation. light bulb goes off. She's got an idea. Anyways, graduation's going on. We have Hillary, she's graduated. We've got Sinead graduates. Joel, they're all graduating. We think it's a happy ending for everyone. And now it's Graham's turn. She's like, Graham, come to the stage, pick up your diploma. Graham gets up slowly. She starts to walk. And that is when Megan reappears. But this time dressed up as a cheerleader. And she's like,
1, 2, 3, 4, I won't take no anymore. 5, 6, 7, 8, I want you to be my mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, you're the one that I adore. 5, 6, 7, 8, don't run from me, 'cause this is fate.
Breathe into my hands, I'll cut them like a glass to drink from.
I love you.
and you need to come with me because we're supposed to be together. She doesn't actually cry, but you're crying as you're watching it, so what's the difference? And Millie is like, you don't leave right now. Get out of here, Megan. So Megan's like, well, I tried. And Megan goes running away. She's about to meet up with Dolph and Clayton, just like, I couldn't get Graham to come with me. But that's when she hears, wait! Guys, wait! Don't start the car yet! She turns around and there Graham is, running after them. She's left graduation. She's decided, even if that means she doesn't have the support of her family, love is more important. And they drive off into the sunset. Literally in the clouds. They're literally in the clouds. That's another design thing, okay. That was a cute movie. Why are you guys gonna actually watch it? It's free on YouTube with ads, so. Okay, before I give you guys the ratings, can we talk about, can we just have a Film Geek moment? Film Geek moment. My face looks so round. I look like an alien. I'm just gonna talk about some of my favorite things. I opened up this video saying, guys, it's so camp and avant-garde. And now I'm gonna expand on that. The pastel colors, when I say everything that the girls wore pink, I mean like this shade of pink. Like pink at the little boot camp. All the boys wore these baby blue colors, this like retro styled uniform look, which I just loved. It was so cutesy. The way there was like fake flowers everywhere to just show how Mary was like failing with her femininity side. And there were times when they were trying to show things that were supposed to be super like masculine or more, super feminine and like hetero, but like they were failing so miserably at it that it kind of just suggested very like gay stuff. And that's just great on writings, and that's great on the way they framed certain pictures. So like it was just funny. And then to compare the boot camp place with Lloyd and Larry's place, which was so opposite. The boot camp, everything was very pink, blue, no real in-between color, okay? Just different shades of blues and different shades of pinks. While in the Lloyd and Larry's place, everything was super rainbow and was extreme to show just how much opposites they were. Oh, and then my favorite part is like how they framed Megan in the very beginning of the movie, centered on her face as she's first now driving off to the boot camp. And you can see on her face and with her background, she's confused, she's cloudy, everything around her is dull and brown, but she still sticks out because she's wearing yellow, which is kind of like yellow and brown go together, but it's very clear that yellow is not brown. So that was clever, just with the costuming choices to show just how much of a sore thumb she is, until she finally does change it to the pink uniform and she's fitting in with all the other girlies. Anyways, I'm off my topic. She's in the car heading to the boot camp, and the camera is centered in on her, and you can see in her face just how distressed and confused she is, and everything around her is dull because she just is so confused about herself and her sexuality. And then compare that image to right after they're coming from the gay bar. She has confessed her love to Graham, or Graham has confessed her love to him. The point is, she's admitted that she's in love with Graham, a woman, and she decides that maybe she's not going to try to do this whole straight thing. And you can literally see the world brighten up around her. There's literally yellow flowers blooming behind her to show how her entire universe has opened up. So cute. I loved that comparison. And then all the way down to the most simplest, almost like chew on the nose thing, but I still like, is when they're at the gay bar and they're dancing with a person they're not interested in, right? And the song is,
Baby, you're making me want you. And baby, you're making me love you.
and you can just tell that Megan is about to just blow up and finally confess her love, and it's just so cute. Okay, enough about that. That was enough Film Geek moments, but seriously, watch the movie and talk about it in the comments about how amazing the set design is. The set design. Anyways, the review, the critique aspect of it. So for the plain Rotten Tomatoes type of rating, was it a good movie? 1 out of 5. Yeah, it's a good movie. Duh. But yeah, it's a great movie. I totally recommend. You may have thought I just gave you the entire rundown, which I did, but it's still worth watching. I mean, I could watch it again right now because that's how good of a movie it is. So, is it a good movie? Yeah. 5 out of 5 stars. The diversity. How? You... God, Simone. Was that you? I was way over here. No, I'm gonna blame it on you anyways.
Where do you want this shirt?
I want you to stop touching my stuff.
Whose is this from?
It's the same code you
I know,
have.
who are these people?
Read it, Simone. I'm trying to film something. Clearly.
I'm sorry.
You know. Okay.
Oh
my God.
Is this who I think it is? Our cousin?
No.
Got married?
No. Just open
Is it their
it.
mom?
There's no reason to guess. There's literally no reason to guess. Every card we receive, people sign their name. So now, diversity / inclusion / representation. That's the word. And this one's kind of a mess. So, the main role, Graham is a lesbian. She's a lesbian. She's maybe married to a woman right now. Megan is straight. She's made out with women before. Because she said she's not dumb. But she considers herself straight. So why is the main role given to a straight woman? RuPaul, obviously gay. Some of the other actors, they just don't disclose their own sexuality. But I think it's pretty clear to say that it's pretty gay-friendly film. We have some solid representation of actual LGBTQ community people in the movie. There could totally be more. For Black and Asians and Indigenous and all the races and stuff, we have a light-skinned RuPaul, bunch of whites. So we have whatever Dante is, Dolph Zuko. I think he's Asian. And then we also have whatever Jan is. I don't know what Jan is racially. She was kind of racially ambiguous, so give it up to all the mixed kids out there. But besides that, it's a pretty white cast. And once again, it's the 90s. It was the 90s. Doesn't make it white. Doesn't make it good, though. No. So, not that great about inclusion / representation / diversity as a whole. I am happy to actually see gay people in a gay movie, though. Oh, I should also see, is the director a lesbian woman? Because that would be so awesome. Okay, the director is Jamie Babbitt. And yes, duh, she's a lesbian woman. So let's give it up to our lesbian female director. Okay. I'm wondering how is that going to help out my rating decision. I'm going to give it a 3. 3 out of 5. There could always be more colored people in movies. And finally, the message telling. Was the message told in a way without being traumatic, or was this message told in a way that could incite change? Was there a point to the movie? I think so, right? They were able to make the movie somehow comedic while talking about dark topics And but they still made sure the audience knew just how serious the topics they were talking about are. And even to this day, you know, after watching this movie, are you gonna eat at Chick-fil-A's? I hope not. You're the reason why Darth and Clayton were separated. If you're eating at Chick-fil-A, message telling, I'm gonna have to give it a 5. That's not I had no choice in the matter on how good this movie is. So good. If you still, for some reason, did not stop in the middle of this video and be like, wait, I need to actually go and watch But I'm a Cheerleader, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you still have a chance. It's on YouTube right now, the same platform this is posted on. Just Google, just YouTube, But I'm a Cheerleader. Boom, it's gonna say free with ads. Oh, and it's a romance, and who doesn't like some romance every once in a while? It did make me sad in the end, because I know I'm gonna die alone. Thank you so much for watching this video. More videos to come, probably, hopefully, maybe. I think if I didn't totally suck in making this video, there will be more of this style video. The next video I'm going to be doing is gonna be Call Me By Your Name. And that was a deep sigh, because we already know the problems about that movie, don't we? Check out my Instagram at SalemMarieBaby and at Lala the Guru. And finally, you can check out my TikTok if you want. I don't remember the name of that, so you just have to snoop. Okay, bye, sweet peeps. Love you, big nose. Mwah.